I like to say when I first started my podcast back in 2008, and people asked me like, "What's your podcast about?" And I'd say, "Oh, about psychedelic medicines." Almost everyone would giggle. Oh, like, oh yeah, I took some, back in the '60s or whatever. But now, when I tell people, "Oh, it's about psychedelic medicines," they say, "Oh yeah, I just started microdosing, and my therapist has been working with me on this." So it's become much more normalized, and people aren't so, just weird about
Yeah.
it. And I'm seeing in my integration work, I'm getting more and more doctors and psychiatrists and therapists, and I'm getting lawyers and people who work in government, you know, people who are in the official strata of power within society. They're all looking at this because they're saying, hey, this works. And it's not just some, oh, go take drugs and, lose your mind. That this is something that actually is helping people transform their lives and making their lives richer and improving their relationships with their significant others, with their kids, at their job. So I just think that we're moving into an era where it's going to be much more normalized, much more respected, and I think that there's a lot of interest by people who never thought they would have been interested in psychedelic medicines or sacraments, that they're interested now. So it behooves those of us who are in this educational space or in this facilitation space, that we've got to open those doors up to these other people who are looking at what's being developed here. And so really that pushes us to do it with a lot of integrity, with a lot of quality, and being aware that it's moving beyond, quote, psychedelic culture into mainstream culture.
In addition to that, hearing the word integrity is so important, right? And I believe that the more that we can stand in our integrity, the more safe people feel to come forward, to explore. As you said, people who are in the traditional landscape of authority within government and other professional positions can talk more freely. And we as a society can get healthier and happier, more connected, which is what we're trying to do with our community here at the Sacred Synthesis.